Welcome to the conversation segment of our podcast, Change from the Inside Out, where we discuss personal, career, entrepreneur, and business growth with experts in their field. Today, we're focusing on personal growth, specifically physical health and fitness. We've become surrounded by conveniences that make our lives easier, but these conveniences have also encouraged us to have a more inactive lifestyle. Many of us sit for most of the day, so we lack the regular exercise that we need. And because we have so many life commitments, we have limited time to make the nutritious food that our bodies need. It's important to look at how our physical health and fitness affects different areas of our lives and understand what we can do to improve and live a healthier life. So today we're honored to have Grant Cyster join us as our guest to share his wisdom and experience in this area. Grant's had a passion for sports and fitness since childhood, and he participated in many sports during his school career. This includes athletics, soccer, softball, volleyball, basketball, cricket, and he even tried his hand at rugby. As he made the transition from school to work life, his passion remained and he discovered a form of fitness that he loved the most: martial arts, specifically karate and kickboxing. He has extensive experience in both areas and has taught martial arts to children and adults of all ages. Today, Grant's a fitness coach and the founder of a company called Fitness Granted, where he focuses on training groups and individuals at all fitness levels. Welcome to the show, Grant.
Hi there, Diane. Thank you so much for the great intro.
So, Grant, you've had quite a journey to get to where you are today. What actually made you decide to become a health and fitness coach?
So, Diane, my experience in playing different sports and doing martial arts, there was a lot of enjoyment and struggles in that, and a lot of lessons that were learned. The hard lessons that I took from it is what made me grow and what made me research a lot more in what I was doing. And when you are enjoying it, you just want to do it more. And when I was pushing myself, I was getting injured continuously. It was a bit demotivating because you work so hard and then you have to take some time to recover. So, with visiting chiropractors and physiotherapists because of injuries, I learned a lot about my body and what I can and can't do. When I see somebody starting out and going through the same motions that I have, I feel that when I share my knowledge with somebody like that, it makes the experience a lot better. And the more and more I found that I was helping people out, the more fulfillment I was getting out of it. That's why I knew that this was my area that I want to concentrate in my life. And that's the passion that I have. Not only enjoying the fitness side, but helping others to enjoy their fitness journey.
There's a lot of information out there, of course, and we're often told on social media and in magazines that we should live, quote unquote, a healthy lifestyle. Now, that could mean any number of things, and it's quite ambiguous sometimes. So, what does it actually mean to live a healthy lifestyle?
I always go back to getting a balance. We can enjoy ourselves, we can eat various foods, we can take time out to watch movies and series, all the things that you enjoy, but it's in moderation. Where it says living a healthy lifestyle, it's getting all the nutrients that your body needs to function, moving around as frequently as you can just to sustain your muscles and your joint movement. So it's a balance, where they say strong mind, body, and spirit. You need to have that balance. So you need to get out there, see people, move around, and eat nutritious foods. So that's my experience in living a healthy, balanced lifestyle.
So, talking about your experience, Grant, you've obviously seen all sorts of challenges that people have had when they've come to you and asked you to be their fitness coach. What are some of the biggest health and fitness challenges that people are facing right now?
Through this COVID situation, there's a lot of changes that needed to be done. And before COVID, people already had challenges that they had to overcome. And especially your work life and family life, where people had the kids going to school and now having to homeschool them. A lot of the time was spent doing things that you wouldn't normally need to do. So, where you concentrate solely on work and your family and kids, you get very little time for yourself and to concentrate on your well being. Those are the challenges that I've encountered from many clients and including myself. You focus so much on these outside factors that you start neglecting what helps you out at the end of the day. So, if I can just name a few things, it's working from home, sitting all day, helping out with your kids' schoolwork, making lunch and supper. There's various things that we do that can take up so much of our time that to fit fitness in and movement, we find it quite challenging. So that's a lot of the different things that come our way.
And so, in looking at these different areas, you've obviously helped people move past these challenges. So, how can we overcome these and other health and fitness challenges that we might be experiencing?
So, what has helped me out and my experience when passing it on to people that I know and clients is that you would need to decide on what your priorities are. If your family life or work life comes first, you put everything into it to make sure that you're making time for those areas in your life. And when you decide that you're going to set 1 hour aside or set time aside to at least move around or to make healthy eating decisions, you start taking a little more serious and you start making time for that. And it doesn't have to be much. Sometimes we overwhelm ourselves with trying to keep up with the new trends, going on these tough diets, these fasting plans that are out there. And all it takes is one or two changes that you need to adopt, whether it be every hour, just standing up, stretching, or walking around, just monitoring what you're doing with most of your time. Waking up in the morning, sometimes, you're not hungry, but your body needs that fuel, and you need to decide, I'm not hungry at the moment, but I need to eat something nutritious because that's going to help you out throughout your day. You might not know straight away, but it's a ripple effect. That's something I had to learn the hard way, but day by day I work on it myself. And when I've seen the improvements in my clients' lives that have adopted this mindset, it's a game changer.
It's important to look at our lives holistically, right, Grant? And physical health and fitness is one area of our lives. But there's obviously a consequence to us not looking after our health and our fitness. So, how does our physical health and fitness actually affect other areas of our lives?
So, if I focus more on the fitness side and having to move your body, if you don't move and get up and walk around, your joints and muscles aren't working as efficiently. And sitting for long periods of the day, it allows weakness in your body. And when you start feeling these aches and pains, it's usually because your posture isn't so great and you haven't been utilizing your muscles the way you should be. So it's the simple things about getting up off a couch or picking up your kid or just naturally moving around. You eventually over time start struggling. I know many people say, oh, I'm getting old, age is kicking in. But on the same side, the older we get, we're doing less and less because we're focusing on other areas of our lives and not on our well being. And that's the great thing that is instilled when we are kids, when we go to school and high school, is that fitness education is compulsory. You need to have a sport that you're doing. It just creates balance and it helps with your mindset as well. When I think of how it affects our everyday life, you want to be able to continue doing what you're doing. But in order for you to do it, you need to be fine. It's eventually going to catch up to you if you're not focusing on your body and taking care of yourself. That's what I feel is the fix of you not taking care of yourself.
Things were quite different in childhood, and as you said, you get encouraged to participate in activities and take up physical fitness, and in many ways it was compulsory. Today we have all these convenience foods and we have an endless stream of TV shows that never end, and this is all right at our fingertips, right? And it can be really tough to stay on the right track as far as our health and fitness and healthy eating is concerned. So how can we stay motivated to exercise and eat healthy on a regular basis?
Well, each person is different, and the more you discover what your likes and dislikes are, the more you're able to almost motivate yourself. You can have somebody that inspires you and pushes you on and reminds you of the importance of fitness and taking care of yourself. But at the end of the day, you also need to find what makes you happy. And if you're someone that just enjoys walks and strolls or working in the garden or dancing, you need to find that something that is your breakaway. And you might find that you somebody that just doesn't enjoy moving around. But as you do things and as you feel better about it, you start enjoying it. And I think the best thing is finding like-minded people where they also enjoy similar areas as you do, that they would almost be the support for you when you are feeling a bit down or feeling a bit lazy or out of it, that they would encourage you to come with them for walks or going to a training session. And if you don't know it just yet, it's nice to explore different aspects. It's nice to try out different things. You don't have to stick to one thing or what, different TV shows are telling you to do. It's also up to you to go out there and explore and find what your niche is.
So you've given us a lot of good information, Grant. Do you have any final health and fitness advice that you'd like to leave with listeners?
The number one thing is don't put too much pressure on yourself. Start small and build your way up. You don't have to stop doing all the things that you love. Little by little, make small changes. If you're not drinking enough water, start with that. First, get your water intake, and you will feel so much better of accomplishing that goal, and then work on the next goal after that. If you haven't been having breakfast, have the breakfast. If you haven't been walking or moving around, start with that and then build off that. You have to be a bit patient. And I think training and keeping fit and living a healthy, balanced lifestyle, it teaches you about patience. Surround yourselves with people that truly want the best for you. Sometimes enjoy spending time with people that just love to have a good time. You have to limit your interaction sometimes with that. It's about giving, in moderation, knowing when is enough. And don't beat yourself up when you do fall off the wagon or encounter these challenges. Just get back up again and enjoy it. It has to be enjoyment. Otherwise, what's the point?
So after our discussion, I'm sure there will no doubt be listeners that will want to get in touch with you, want to have a conversation with you about health and fitness and, find out a little bit more about what it is that you're doing. So where's the best place or what are the best contact points where they can reach you?
I've got a Facebook page and I've got various social media platforms for people to reach out. But the easiest one is WhatsApp. The contact number you can reach me on is 074 584 7222. And if you're not comfortable with typing, feel free to send a voice note.
And on social media, you said on Facebook and on Instagram, do they just look for the name Fitness Granted?
That's 100% correct.
Okay, yeah. Fantastic. Well, it's been so wonderful to have you here today, Grant. I've really enjoyed this interview with you. And thank you so much for being our guest and for sharing all those great insights. And yeah, I'm hoping we'll have you as a guest again in the near future because physical health and fitness is always something that we need to be focusing on and to keep top of mind.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Diane, and thank you so much for inviting me.
We hope that you enjoyed today's podcast episode. Be sure to come back regularly for more great content that focuses on personal, career, entrepreneur, and business growth. Find out more about our coaching services and get in touch with our team by following the link in our post or visit dingscoconsulting.co.za.